Okay, hey everybody. Uh, I worked with a lady over 30 years ago. She moved here from Louisiana to Missouri, and she's a very nice lady. And she gave me a recipe for shrimp jambalaya. She told me that had been in her family for, uh, if I remember right, I think she said it had been passed down for at least 100 years through her family. So I'm going to make that for you here today, and I've served it to a lot of people who really loved it. Said it was very, very good. So I'm going to make this up today, and I'm gonna go through step by step through the ingredients that I'm going to use. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fry up 6 strips of bacon really crisp. So I'm going to get that done, and I'll be back with you to go to the next step. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of this bacon grease to my pan here. Okay. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of flour to kind of make a roux. Okay, I got my roux made. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna you need 1 onion chopped up, and if you ain't got one of these things, man, this thing is amazing. You just put your onion, pepper, whatever it is in there, give it a few pulls, and I mean it's perfectly chopped up. So I'm gonna add this to my roux and get these cooked up, and we'll be back with the next step. Okay, my onions are cooked down, so I'm going to add the next ingredients to the pot. So it calls for 1 large can of tomatoes. This is 1 whole bell pepper chopped up. Okay, I need a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper. Now, this here dish you can make as hot as you want it. I'm gonna just add. I always make it little more spicy, but this is actually, my daughter wanted this to take over and share with some of her friends, so she can add more spice to it if she wants to make it more hotter. So I'm just going to add exactly what it says. So I'm going to add the 1/4 teaspoon of the red cayenne pepper. Oh, let's see. The thyme. Let's see. Calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. Okay. Oh, and it's over here. Calls for 1 tablespoon of worship. I can't say that word. I'm not even gonna try. So I'm just gonna kind of just eyeball that. Okay. that's supposed to be 1 tablespoon. Okay, so this is all cooking down real good. So I'm going to add the remaining ingredients. Calls for 2.5 cups of tomato juice, which this is tomato juice that I canned myself. So that's 2 cups there, and let's see. You know what? I'm just going to put, it's just a little bit over 2.5 cups, so I'm just going to add the whole thing. It's just over a little bit. So okay, so there's my tomato juice. This kitchen is just so crazy, it's hard to keep everything where you need it. So I'm going to add, it calls for 2 bay leaves. So there's my 2 bay leaves. And it calls for a pinch of tarragon. Can't hardly get to it. Okay. So there's my tarragon. Calls for 1 clove of garlic. I don't have any cloves of garlic, so I'm going to use just garlic out of a jar. So I'm just going to add 1 tablespoon of garlic is what I'm going to add. That's probably about a clove, I would say. Getting close. Okay, I'm going to add my bacon. I got it all crisped up. I'm going to add it. That was 6 strips of bacon. Okay, so it calls for 3 cups of raw shrimp. Let's see. I know that's going to be about, 1 bag is going to be about 3 cups. So I'm just going to add the whole bag to it. Turn my heat back up. Stir this in. Okay, so I'm going to let this cook for about 30 minutes, and whenever I get, after the 30 minutes over, I'll come back and we'll get the rest of it done, because there's actually, yeah, there's 1 more ingredient I have to add after this cooked for 30 minutes. So we'll get this cooked and we'll be back. Okay, it's been 30 minutes, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these 2 bay leaves here. Get them out of there. And find the other one here. Okay, well, I know there's 2 of them in here. Well, at least I thought I'd put 2 in there. Well, I'm not seeing the other one. Okay, well, I thought I'd put 2 in there. Okay, maybe I didn't. Okay, so I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of parsley. 2 level tablespoons. Okay. And it calls for, where's it at? Oh, 3 cups of rice. This is minute rice. I'm just going to put it in there because it's going to cook up real quick. So I'm just going to put it in there like this. That's the way I always do it. So I'm going to stir all that in. Oh, there's that other bay leaf right there. I knew I'd put 2 of them in there. Okay, this recipe calls for to put cheese over the top of it and put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. Personally, I've never done that before. I would much rather just eat it like this. But if you want to do that, that's fine. Okay, so we'll let this cook up just for a little bit, and then we'll show you the finished product. Okay, so there's the finished product, and shrimp jambalaya. So if you want some Cajun where you're at, give this recipe a try. I know you'll like it. Like I said, I've served it to many people, and they love it. And you can make it as hot as you want. Like I said, I just left it what the recipe said. So so yeah, if you want a little bit of Cajun, there you go. There's your good recipe. Give it a try, and we'll see you on the next one.